The cost of borrowing money is going down. After a lengthy pause, policymakers at the Bank of Canada slashing the key interest rate by a quarter point to 2.5%. This is the first rate cut that we have seen since March. Joining me now, 680 senior business editor Mike Eppel. We are diving deeper into this decision, which was not a surprise. It was expected. Let's talk about the factors that played a role here.
Well, the Bank of Canada governor was basically laying all that out, how things have changed over the course of the summer. The economy has slowed. We actually had a negative performance in the second quarter. The labor market has not been good at all. 100,000 jobs lost over 2 months. You've got, at the same time, the inflation data that came in yesterday. It's up a little bit, but not extreme. And what was a key contributor? Food costs. And how do, keeping interest rates high, does that affect the price of the grocery store? No, it does not. So they had reasons to cut. They're worried about the slowing economic output. So drop it a 0.25% today, give a little bit of rate relief. Like you say, it hasn't changed since March, and it was probably due because all the signals indicate it was time.
This will potentially stir things up when it comes to the housing market. A lot of people, the buyers, the sellers, have been watching for this rate to drop. What do you think? Will this have a dent in it? Will it have a big, huge impact? What are your thoughts?
Probably not huge, but it will possibly get things moving. That was a lot of the talk this summer. People are just kind of going, I want to wait and see. Even though you can take a variable rate mortgage for the short term or lock things in or something of that nature where you can play the market from mortgages. And those have come down. Those have started to come down because the bond market has been anticipating all of this. At the same time, though, you still have that underlying uncertainty, so people aren't, aggressive to buy. The sellers are, starting to pile up a little bit, so you've still got a bit of it's still a buyer's market. There's no getting around that. But as we go through the fall, it'll cool down probably again in the winter and then heat right back up in the spring of next year.
Okay. When you talk about the uncertainty, of course, we are referencing what's happening, Canada, U.S., tariffs, a lot going on right now. We're expecting an announcement out of the U.S. as well today.
Yes, the U.S. Federal Reserve is expected to cut rates. And the interesting thing about that is they probably don't have to. The U.S. economy has been doing okay. Yes, their labor market has started to weaken, but their inflation is still pretty elevated because of tariffs. You don't hear that, of course, as the official discussion, but, and of course, the U.S. president's been putting all sorts of pressure on the Fed Governor Jay Powell to cut rates, and he wants them down a lot more than they're going to today. But there will be a rate reduction, and maybe more to come. It's going to be very interesting to see exactly how the U.S. Responds to what's happening right now. Just the geopolitical and global uncertainty that's been driving things over the course of this summer.
Absolutely. Finally, for you, we could see another rate cut coming. When's the next announcement?
Late October 29th. Whether they cut that day or wait until, I think the next one after that is in December, the Bank of Canada governor was saying, we've got a federal budget coming up November 4th. They're going to be watching that. How austere is the spending by the feds? That's been the talk that we've been hearing. If they're starting to cut back, that's going to be an economic negative, so that would be a reason to cut rates, of course. At the same time, big spending issues for infrastructure and all these other things. And you've got, when is there going to be a trade deal? Will there be anything with the U.S.? Will there be anything with China? Still in a trade war with China. And the renegotiation of the North American Free Trade Deal. All of this to come.
A lot can happen in
Indeed.
the months to come. As always, appreciate you breaking this down. Mike Eppel, thank you.
Thank you.